Welcome back again, guys. It's your boy Scotty again. Now, I know what you're gonna say to me. You've read the title of this video, and you've been like, "I thought you already made a season 3 meta weapon loadout gun build sort of video." You'd be correct, except when I made that one, the season was still fresh. Few things that have taken effect now hadn't taken effect yet. Now, I will admit, the updates are they're minor ones, so, it's not exactly fucking, like, mind-blowing updates to guns. But I still think they're worth a mention. I've seen other folk who do YouTube videos of builds when the tiniest little detail's been changed, and I'm not about that, so I want to make sure that I give you guys authentic builds. So, to start off with, which I'm pretty sure I put in the thumbnail of this video as well, is this. This is the main Season 3, I would say my personal main Season 3 build. Because it's, if you even look at the Warzone meta website, you'll even see that these are the two best guns. So the CR56 AMAX, it is in the Battle Pass. If you haven't unlocked it yet, you probably will once you get to the certain page of Battle Pass. Can't remember the fucking page of it, but just go ahead and check it. So, for this build, you want the best possible things. Now, a lot of you are going to be looking at this going, wait a minute, where's the reinforced barrel? I'll get to that. So, Volsky Reflex for this thing is, oh my god, dreamy. I mean, literally, you can't go wrong with it. Compensator and compensator for vertical recoil and vertical foregrip for the horizontal recoil, because that way this gun's got a lot of recoil, so you want to make sure you're controlling the recoil going that way and this way. So that way, it's more friendly for you. Extended Mag 2. Now, if you want to, you can put Extended Mag 1 on for 45 rounds. The gun will feel lighter. But, for what this gun is, though, this thing just melts. So, I prefer having the big drum on it because it's got 60 rounds and you can shoot all folk at once. However, you want to go for the number one bit with only 45 rounds in it, be my guest, because it's not gonna, it won't do you any like huge, like, opposite or negative reaction. But that's personal preference in my opinion, though. Once you've done that one, your best thing is, once you built that, to do the KSV. Now the KSV is currently in multiplayer the number one rated SMG, as far as I'm aware. It may have changed from now, but as far as I'm aware, that's what it definitely is, though. So, this is the build that I'm rocking just now. You've got a long barrel, because that way your damage range is a lot better. And as you can see up there, damage range gets increased. This thing's already got fucking tons of stats, so the damage range, for example, if you put the Games barrel on, you get, as you can see, roughly about down there where the fucking like effective damage range is. So my hand can't go that far, but it's a 12.7 meter. That's nothing. Long barrel, 17.8 meters. Way more healthy for a bit longer engagements. I mean, you're not going to be getting into massive engagement with this gun, but you know what I mean, though. You catch the drift. Now, after the long barrel, of course, you want to chuck on the Ranger foregrip. You'll get plenty of horizontal recoil control, so the gun won't fucking like sway like crazy when you're shooting it. But also this one gives you the sprinting movement speed, which is, in a nutshell, this gives you the recoil control that you're going to need, but it also lets you be able to, like, the gun feels lighter and it'll move more for you. And your operator will move faster too for it. Extended Mag 2, because it's got 50 rounds in a magazine, and literally you can just fucking spray. You can do other ones if you fancy it, but Extended Mag 2 is my personal preference. You don't have to do that, but it's, again, preference. Ergonomic grip, because once again, this thing, like I said in my last video, ergonomic grip is amazing because the aim down and sight speed is bigger, faster. But also, now I don't dive in this game, I slide a lot in this game. And when you can see right in line with my finger here where it says jumping aim down sight speed, I don't really jump about in this game because I don't jump or drop shot. So for me, it's the aim down sight speed and slide to fire time. It's really impactful. The movement you're going to have is so much more fucking smoother. Now this one's once again, personal preference. I used to run the no stock on it to make the gun feel mega fluid. But the heavy stock isn't worth it because it's just mega heavy and you're going to feel like the gun's being weighed down. You won't like it, to be honest with you. Combat stock you can do if you want the flinch resistance, if you feel like you need that, but I don't know, this gun doesn't need it. Balance stock is a very good pick because you get strafing movement speed, strafing movement speed in general, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. But with SMGs, the best thing you can do to avoid your opponent shooting you straight off the bat is to have aim walking movement speed maxed out. So infiltrator stock, as you see, aim walking movement speed is 100%. If you don't like the infiltrator stock, then I highly recommend either using the balanced or the no stock. It's completely up to you, but no stock, infiltrator stock, and balanced stock are the top 3 for this SMG though. What else have we got here? Oh yeah, and also I'm rocking, because it's a multiplayer and it's fast paced and sometimes you need to heal up faster so that you can get multiple engagements. Stim shot, I can only stress so much. They're so handy. Like, you know, someone could almost shoot you, but you win. You've got that much fucking health left, and then all of a sudden, someone comes up the stairs, you're dead. One bullet. So, if you stim yourself straight away, you're not worrying too much. Impact grenade is preference for me. I just like the fact that I can throw it straight away and it blows up. Like, it's preference on that one. Running ninja so that I can move more quietly. Shadow, because once again, like I said in the last one, shadow perk, oh my god, amazing. You cannot set off spring mines, blast traps, shock charges, anything. I will stress though, if one of your teammates hasn't got the shadow perk on and runs past something or runs into something that you're immune to, but they still activate it, it may still affect you. That's all I can say though. Bankroll, because you get points towards your kill streaks and score streaks, and realistically, no complaints here, really, is there? Now, apart from that one, if you lot are looking for, if you're a person like me who prefers gunfighter sometimes, you can then go for a gunfighter AMAX, which this one, oh my god, this one, it melts. It feels more solid, it feels structured. Yes, okay, it's a little bit slow, but at the same time, my god, is it accurate and powerful? Oh, yes. So, Volsky Reflex once again, compensator and vertical foregrip to control the recoil. Now, the reinforced barrel on this one, because the reinforced barrel gives you halfway between bullet velocity and damage range, and for this gun, that's prime. It's another mag 2, obviously, because with the fucking massive, huge magazine, it makes it easier. Commando grip, not only do you get aim down sight speed, but you also get sprint to fire time as well, making this gun pretty damn agile for being a heavy gun. Combat stock for this one, flinch resistance is a main thing for this, because this flinch resistance, is a main thing for this gun because it's got crazy recoil, and aim walking movement speed for this one. I'd recommend this one. If you fancy changing the stock, you can do, but you won't get the same results as usual. Now, the fire mods for this one are a bit fucking particular. I've seen people use overpressured rounds. I've seen folk use recoil springs. I've not seen anyone using it in other ones though. But the recoil springs is amazing for you if you find it hard to control recoil in guns. 100% recoil springs is for you. If you can control the recoil on a gun, then overpressured, oh my god, it gives you, once again, it's just strong as hell. And this gun does fucking what? 30 damage, which is, this gun is currently the most powerful assault rifle in the game. I know the Cypher does 30 damage as well, but the Cypher only does 37 to the head. Well, if you can see, this one does 38 to the head. I know it isn't a big difference, but it's still a difference though. But you're getting plenty of bullet velocity, just under 1,000, and your effective range is like what, about anything from fucking like 10 meters away to almost like fucking 50 odd, because obviously beyond the effective range of this gun is like fucking 60 meters. So once you get to fucking like 58 meters, 59 meters, whatever, you'll start feeling a drop off. But apart from that, in multiplayer, you're not really gonna have much fights that are beyond that though, unless you're sniping, obviously. So that's the gunfighter build for the AMAX. Now, yes, okay, this build, these guns were the old meta, but believe me, remember how I just showed you how the AMAX has got, my microphone close up my face, but remember I just showed you that the AMAX has got 30 damage over the body and then 38 to the head. Well, this is almost the same, but it's got 1 damage point under on the headshot. So literally, the Cypher is still a fantastic gun. They have the range is a bit of an annoying one because the range won't, the range on this build is a bit limited, like 47 meters away, which most fights are going to be anyway. But anything past 47 meters, you're really gonna find it like past 47 meters. This thing basically does the same amount of damage as like the XM4, for example. But this thing still melts. I'm not joking. You get Volsky Reflex on it, of course, because oh my god, this thing is amazing with Volsky Reflex. I cannot fault it in the slightest. Compensator, once again, vertical foregrip. Then once again, these two are just to control recoil. Gain twist barrel, because when I had this gun on Warzone in season 2, oh my fucking god, the gain twist barrel makes this thing a fucking weapon. And if you don't believe me, change the right when you're using it. Right, go from this one and put the reinforced on. You'll probably see that it fires slower. And obviously, bullet velocity is basically fucking time to kill, and that makes this gun way stronger. Standard Mag 2 for 60 rounds in a magazine is... Right, you can put the 45 rounds on if you wish to, but I think 60 just is more worth it. You get more for what you put onto it, though. Now, this one's controversial, but... Because I know for a fact, the current Warzone... C9 build has only got one difference from this one, but my personal preference, you don't have to do this, but my personal preference, compensator obviously, range of foregrip for the once again recoil control and movement speed, reinforced barrel because this on the C9 it gives you a balance of every single power when you need, a standard mag 2 for the 50 round drum magazine because that way you can just absolutely spray down it like hell. Ergonomic grip for the sight to fire time, etc., and dive to fire time and aim down sight speed. Now, the stock that is supposed to be on this thing is supposed to have a balanced stock on it to make sure that when you aim with it, you can walk pretty fast. I don't see that as a huge thing in multiplayer. I prefer all the movement tactics for ergonomic grip it gives you. So that's my personal one for that. You don't have to put this on. If you want to put the stock on and put balanced stock on, for example, how you get plenty fucking of like movement speeds, etc., you can do, but it's not really gonna matter because I use that all the time anyway. Now, if you're looking for a gunfighter build for the C9, guys, I can't stress this one enough. You have suppressor so that you stay off the minimap. You have a reinforced barrel once again so that you're balanced out. Range of foregrip for the control for the recoil control and to make the gun feel lighter. Standard mag 2 50 round drum. Ergonomic grip because it feels hella fast. The no stock for me is a preference because the no stock for me makes the gun feel much more free and easy to move. Target laser because obviously you can change the stock to whatever stock suits you, but personally for me, I find this one works fantastically. Target laser because it makes you, as you can see on, okay, you can just about see it, but it makes your aiming idle sway delay better so that when you aim down sight, you're scoping fucking swaying like crazy, and your aim walking steadiness is way better. It does mean that the laser is visible when you aim down the sight, but not a big issue. Now, because of the lack of the stock on it, I put recoil springs on this thing, and it's absolutely, it just melts. Like this thing, honestly, like, and just to prove this thing, right? I'm gonna just to prove a point here. Oop! Apparently, I got fucking shy of that. Okay, firing range doesn't like me right now. But anyway, in case it was too fast, though, that is my personal build for that one. If you don't like the iron sights, then if you're not a fan of the iron sights on this gun, you can take off the target laser and put on, say, the Kepler Microflex, for example. That's obviously a very good choice too. What else can I show you guys? Right, I don't think the Kilo is any good with only 5 attachments on it. So I have to have a gunfighter build for the Kilo because I think it's horrible with 5 attachments, especially on multiplayer. On Warzone, that can differ though. But on this thing, obviously, your Kepler Microflex, Kepler microflex, sorry. Monolithic suppressor, because this thing doesn't have much recoil in the first place. Reinforced barrel, so you get the best of both worlds. Vertical foregrip, once again, controlling the recoil, even though it doesn't exist. But if you want to just be more accurate, you know what I mean? Extended mag 2, you can throw on the 1, but I think for barely any penalties, an extra 10 bullets works charm though. Commando grip, once again, aimed in sight speed and sprint to fire time. It's basically making the gun pretty damn quick. Combat stock, because this thing flinches quite a bit when you get shot, so flinch resistance makes it easier for you, and you get aim walk and movement speed. Overpressured rounds, obviously for bullet velocity, you can put the recoil springs on, but I wouldn't recommend it because then you lose power. What else is there? This one is a wild card. The AK-47. Or AK-74 as the game likes to call it. But you may be saying to yourself, Scotty, why are you telling us this? Well, it has 27 damage and 34 to the head across the board. 45 meters, but anything including up to 45.7 meters, it'll absolutely obliterate anybody. You've got, I'm not joking, this thing, it just fucking hits hard. Type of microflex, because I think, personally for me, I don't think this fucking thing has very good iron sights. I find it hard to use them. So, type of microflex, that way you can have a clear picture of what you're looking at. Compensator and vertical foregrip are essential for this gun because it does have a bit of recoil and you're going to need that. Reinforced barrel, because that way it gives you the best of both worlds for the power outages. Now, this one's controversial, but extended mag 1 is what I would usually use, because 40 rounds in a magazine, you can easy kill fucking 3-4 folk with this if you can hit your shots. I would recommend fast mag 1 if you wanted to, because it's still 30 rounds and it reloads hella fast. That extended mag 2 makes the gun pretty slow and sluggish. You don't want to do that unless you want to, obviously. Flip mag you can do, but I've seen plenty of people use it and it's been horrible. Quick draw grip, because this thing is a very heavy gun, so if you are able to use quick draw grip, then it makes you fucking aim down sight far faster. Infiltrator stock for that aim walking movement speed, because it's that aim walking movement speed for this thing is amazing. And then recoil springs for this gun, because once again the recoil is pretty damn strong, so you want to control it. But this thing, oh my god, melts. What else could I show? If any of you want a gunfighter build for the Cypher, then here we go. It's pretty much the exact same as the one I showed you before, except for this one's got commando grip. Once again, aim down sight speed and sprint to fire time are better. Balanced stock, to give it a tad more movement. Not a terrible amount of movement, but just a bit of movement though. And then overpressured rounds for that extra bullet velocity, which would make this gun fucking absolutely pop off. Now this one I got from a YouTuber. I'll admit this isn't my build, but I can't stress enough, right? This for me is the best 5 attachment grow in the game. Now, if you don't know what the grow is, it was the assault rifle back in 2020 in Modern Warfare in Verdansk. This thing, the iron sights are hard to use, but they're very fucking classic and vintage. They can be hard to use, but oh my god, this thing, So you have the monolithic suppressor, because obviously none of you know what this thing does, because it is quite a brand new thing after all. You won't go on the minimap when you fire this thing, because it's suppressed obviously, but this thing gives you bullet velocity and damage range. It does take quite a lot of your fucking aiming speed down, etc., but you can counter that though. So vertical foregrips to make sure that, just in case you find it hard to control recoil, you can put the compensator on the muzzle if you wish to, but that's preference. There's only one magazine you're going to manage to have on. I would recommend putting in... there's only one magazine that goes with the grout, and it's this one for 50 round mag. Put this one on. You're going to want it, believe me. Now, because the monolithic suppressor puts your aiming speed a bit more downwards. Quick draw grip, that way you can aim down sight as fast as possible that the gun will allow you to do. And then obviously, to turn this thing into the machine gun, because technically this is a SWAT 5.56 marksman's rifle. You need to go to the fire mods. Once you've unlocked it for the battle pass, which I'm going to guess a lot of you have, then the SWAT 5.56 grow conversion is the first thing I'd put on in this. Wish you started with that, but you get the drift though. After that, I've got once again just another C9 that is pretty much the same as I had before. If you would prefer the aiming speed compared to, like, the slide to fire time and all that fancy stuff, take off the ergonomic grip and then put on the balance stock instead. I've tried both, and believe me, ergonomic grip feels better. Now this one is for all you sniper heads out there. The HDR, once again, is still absolutely phenomenal. This build is one thing that I cannot fucking say enough about. So, monolithic suppressor, because once again, build velocity damage range, and you'll stay off the minimap too. The minimap, sorry, I'm talking too fast. Reinforced barrel, because on multiplayer, see, the gain to his barrel is 1,242 bullet velocity. This thing's got over 1,000 bullet velocity on the reinforced barrel. On multiplayer, it is literally the best you get, because you're halfway between, what is it? The gain twist gives you 111 meters to put effective damage range, but this thing's 122, so it's still an improvement. This foregrip, now many of you probably fucking try to use just the vertical or just the lightweight bipod. Precision one is amazing because this thing, the aiming idle sway is gone, and it's a really accurate gun that way. Extended mag 1, because this gives you 7 rounds every single time you fire, and it doesn't even make the fucking gun feel sluggish, so win-win really. Rear grip, don't need it. Make sure, if you've unlocked it, make sure you use the combat stock for this gun. This thing's a game changer for this thing. You get flinch resistance, aim and sight speed, sprint and fire time, and aim, walk, and movement speed. It's fantastic for this gun. Target laser, because once again, it'll improve your accuracy tenfold. Or pressure rounds for the extra bullet velocity, and it makes it strong as hell. Now, this is where this class takes a turn. This is officially my personal favorite, like, AMAC to use for iron sights anyway. So if you want to use iron sights with this thing, put on overkill, 5 attachment build, compensator and vertical foregrip once again given. The gain twist barrel on this thing, oh my god. The gain twist barrel on this thing, seriously, you're getting 1,131 bullet velocity, which will tear into anybody. It is less range, but oh my god, this thing shreds. Extended mag 2, as always, and overpressured rounds. This thing, I'm not joking. If you can get used to iron sights in this gun, holy fuck, it melts. Apart from that, you've also got what currently actually is the sniper, the main meta in Warzone right now. And don't worry for all you Warzone heads, I'll be going over Warzone builds as soon as I'm done this. The best I've got for Warzone, sort of multiplayer for this thing, if you want a overkill one with a sniper support weapon as well, monolithic suppressor, gain twist barrel, quick draw grip, target laser, or pressured rounds. Believe me, doesn't seem like much. This thing will just tear. Like one bullet, oh my god, this thing just tears. The AK that I use for supporting the thing, kept a microflex because this fucking sight is amazing. This sight is just so clear, it isn't even funny. Change it if you want to, but this, you can put the fucking Volsky reflex on it if you wanted to, but I think this one does perfectly fine. The compensator, just to handle some of that recoil control when the gun tries to fucking like push up a little bit. Gain to his barrel to make it more bullet velocity, so at close range it slaps. Fast mag 1, because 30 rounds in a magazine, and you're still reloading fast, and you reload faster than normal. Infiltrator stock for the aim, walk, and movement speed, and you can't go wrong. Last but not least, my 8 attachment swap 5.56, aka the Grau. Once again, the conversion kit on the fire mods. Target laser on this thing, holy shit, it's another fucking league. Combat stock, once again, for the flinch resistance and the aim walking speed. Quick draw grip to make the gun feel lighter and faster. The extended magazine, obviously, vertical foregrip, and the monolithic suppressor. And yes, that might seem very like the one I already showed you, but if you want a gunfighter build, that's the way to go about it, though. Now, as you probably noticed, my perks are all the same. My field upgrades I don't change very much though. Oh, and if you're looking for a decent secondary weapon to have with any gunfighter build, cannot stress enough the Grakova pistol. It's a machine pistol. It's reliable, and you're compensated for the control. Reinforced barrel makes it stronger. Extended mag 3 for the drum, ergonomic grip, and then obviously the overpressured rounds if you want to use that, because I use the Grakova, as you can see, on every single gunfighter build I use, and it gets you out of some tough situations. And as you see, I always keep some of the classes I have. I will use Semtexes on, but barely ever. Stim and an impact grenade for me though. Now, any of you Warzone heads out there, we are going to be looking at. So, once again, you might see similarities to these builds, but the damage ratings are different on Warzone. So obviously, with this one, you're getting 39 damage from from the lower leg to the middle of the arm, and then 42 damage to the upper body, 62 to the head. This thing on Warzone, oof, it hits. So I usually use Volsky Reflex, Compensator, Gain Twist Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, and Extended Mag 2, because that way you get the most out of the gun. And this thing, yes, believe it or not, the AK-47 is officially the #1 close-range gun in Warzone. So, Kepler Microflex, sorry. Compensator, Flip Mag, Commando Grip, and Infiltrator Stock. Believe me, shove this on, you will not be disappointed at all. This thing's TTK is insane. Now, for Verdansk, I use experimental gas and the impact grenades with, and I can't stress this one enough. If you're playing Verdansk, I can't stress enough, put on Survivor with the perk, because it lets you fucking regen your health faster. Health regeneration begins after 3 seconds instead of 7 seconds. You can put on a Scavenger if you fancy it, or Mountaineer, but then again, Scavenger isn't a bad one at all. But Survivor is best, because not only do you get health regeneration faster, but if your allies, if you go down, your allies, your teammates, whatever, can revive you a lot faster. Tracker, because you see enemy footsteps, and every time you shoot someone, briefly they'll be outlined in red. See, and that way, and enemies that you down are automatically pinged. There is a counter perk to that, but because apparently there's a, is it cold-blooded? No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's if you use cold-blooded, obviously you're then immune to the tracker footsteps and the marks, etc. But tracker is amazing because it highlights enemies at long range, and you'll get along better with it. If you're then going to use any perk for #3 in Verdansk, it's better to be tempered. Some of you might be saying to me, oh, what about Ghost or Bird's Eye? Yes, Ghost and Bird's Eye are both amazing, but you don't seem to get that much plates right now in Verdansk. I have heard they're changing that soon, or already have recently, but tempered for me works perfectly, because there's only fucking 2 plates to fucking re-armor yourself, and it does the job. Now, the best current loadout you saw before or multiplayer is the same build of sniper that I showed you before. There's the monolithic suppressor, the gains with barrel, quick draw grip, target laser, no pressured rounds. That's literally the best you're going to get right now. And this thing is the same as well. So pretty much just copy the exact same thing I did for the last one. Kepler Microflex, Compensator, Flip Mag, Commando Grip, and Infiltrator Stock. It's like the AK-47, oh my god, in Warzone, it's 42 to the lower body, 45 to the mid to upper body, and then 54 to the head. This thing just slaps. The TTK is insane. If you're very partial to the kilo, as you can see, 34 damage across the board, 43 to the head. You can pop on the Willis ×3, because this scope, some of you might like red dot sight, but this scope, oh, is it good. The monolithic suppressor, once again, because you can stay off minimap, and you also get damage range and bolt velocity. Reinforced barrel once again because you get the best of both worlds. Vertical foregrip is fantastic. Extended Mag 2 is a must-have for this gun. You can go for the bigger magazine, but as you can see below my webcam, the penalties for the fucking movement and the reload speed are too heavy in my opinion, so I keep it to Extended Mag 2. Accompany that with the 5 attachment KSV, compensator, long barrel, vertical foregrip, Extended Mag 2, and commando grip. It's just all round a very healthy gun. If you are partial to the ground one, once again, pretty simple. Go to the swap 5.56, put the ground conversion kit on, quick draw grip, full auto extended magazine, vertical foregrip, and monolithic suppressor. I'm talking far too fast now. Once again, you might have noticed this is the same fucking build that I use for my C9 as in Thingamabobber. The only difference is on the C9 for this one, a lot of folk tend to move about like little movement demons in Warzone, so you best to have recoil control on lock. So compensator was the only thing I changed there to make it a bit more special. But yeah, compensator, reinforced barrel, Ranger foregrip for the movement and the recoil, and then extended mag 2 ergonomic grip. And like you can see on the equipment, experimental gas and impact grenade. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that before already or not though. Now, for any of you who are into only playing on Rebirth Island, maybe some of you only prefer Resurgence. Right now, the #1 best class to use on Resurgence, hands down. I know that the sight is not as clear as the C9, but the KSV is currently the #1 gun, #1 SMG on Resurgence, Rebirth Island, sorry. Long barrel, Ranger foregrip, extended mag 2, ergonomic grip, and an infiltrator stock. This thing just moves good, it hits good, you're all good. Once again, it's the same thing I use for dance, except for this thing's a bit more different. So, Volsky reflex, compensator, gain twist barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2 for the AMAX. But the AMAX also, I mean, let me just show you. 36 across the board, 38 to the head for damage. Absolutely fucking fantastic. And obviously, you saw that one already. Now, for any of you who are gunfighter build people, this one is pretty much the same as you've seen before on the multiplayer. Lowest ×3 if you fancy it. Mova suppressor, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, combat stock, and recoil springs. I'll leave that there for you just a second, just so you can check, just so you can read it. Feel free to pause if you want to. And MP5, it's the same one I use in multiplayer. Now this one is my gunfighter AMAX for this Warzone mode. Pretty much the same as the first one that most of them I've used, because all the builds I use are relatively the same, except for they change time. This one's got a combat stock on it, and that's pretty much all I think I've ever really changed in that, apart from the fucking quick draw grip, obviously. You've got the gravity attachment, which I'm pretty sure, yep, if you find it's the same as the last one, but if you want to fucking screenshot it, go ahead right now. Okay. And then last but not least, if you want to get the fucking fastest close range TTK or time to kill gun in the game, I highly recommend a gunfighter AK build. Kepler microflex, compensator muzzle, gain twist barrel, Ranger foregrip under barrel. It will be fucking harder to control if you go for the Ranger foregrip over the vertical foregrip, because the vertical one's stronger. But this one makes your gun feel lighter, which obviously for close range you want the gun to move pretty fast. Flip mag once again, because you get 30 rounds in the magazine and it reloads at fucking mega light speed. Quick draw grip to make the gun feel faster. Infiltrator stop for that aim walk and movement speed, and then overpressured rounds as well. And the only thing that I forgot to mention is that on Rebirth, I do not run tracker. For Rebirth, I cannot recommend enough. Quick fix is going to save your life more times than I care to count, because either in certain armor plates or killing somebody will say you're getting shot, right, and your health is low. The minute you kill someone or insert armor plates, your health regenerates automatically, and you can also put the armor plates in one hand, as you probably know. Tempered, I keep the same because it's amazing. Mountaineer, this one takes a biscuit. Survivor is handy, but there's no point in having Survivor on Rebirth Island when the odds are the minute you broke line of sight your opponent, you're gonna fucking put on plates with quick fix anyway. So start putting on plates with quick fix straight away. You're gonna be in good hands anyway. Mountaineer is what I run on Rebirth because it is so much better. You take less fall damage, and you can basically fucking fall off pretty much any building in the game, dependent on the height, obviously. Like the massive fucking tower and stronghold on Rebirth Island, you couldn't jump off that thing. But say you jump off of fucking, I don't know, Control or Bio or Chemical Roof within reason, you're going to take way less fall damage falling off buildings on that one. And so, yeah. So basically, for Dansk, I'd run perks Survivor, Tracker, Tempered. For Rebirth, I would run Mountaineer, Quick Fix, and Tempered. That's all I have to That's all I can possibly say. The only last thing I can say is that if any of you guys would prefer to have smoke grenades instead of the gas grenades, that is perfectly fine. Both experimental gas and smoke grenades are currently in the meta, so up to you, personal preference. But anyway, if you find this video helpful, drop a like rating on the video and comment down below if there's anything I've missed that you want me to cover in the future, and I gladly will. But or if there's any guns that you like using that I haven't mentioned or whatnot. But once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. So hopefully these gun builds help you out, and I'll catch you later. So love yous and leave yous, and take care.